Trying to go back up the river, this fucking salmonistic way of like, save me, save me.
See, because the kids.
Yesterday, on the top of the falling rapids, you had good control.
Oh, do you think so? Were you watching?
I was.
But listen, I have to ask you about paydays and stuff like that. I forgot to ask you yesterday.
Actually, everyone's getting paid this Friday.
Yeah, but I don't get paid for these 3 days. 2.5 weeks. Well, 2 weeks from tomorrow, yeah?
That's right.
Hey, you get paid every 2 weeks. How convenient. How convenient to get paid very little money every 2 weeks. And what luck for young Des, but isn't it payday coming up this Friday, which means my back week is 2.5 weeks. I have to live on what's left of my €150 for 2.5 weeks.
So I wonder, does Aquadome have any sort of...
Well, I could do something for you. I can give you some sort of assault, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask for. But it doesn't have to be, it could be at the end of next week.
Exactly. You had to be for 7 days' work.
Push down, you go left. Push up, you go right.
The Aquadome, easiest job in the country, same shit pay, all Irish. Wonder why?
Just kidding.
It was all Irish people, mostly young people, on €5 an hour, which is the under 18 minimum wage, and they're just having a laugh. Oh, you know, just excited to be out, like, you know. And it's a summer job, basically. That's what it is, it's a summer job. I'm the only guy in the place trying to survive on the minimum wage. Don't I feel like a fool? But anyway, it doesn't matter.
How many points do you lose when you hit the side? I got the inside scoop on the real skill of this job, and that's to make things last as long as possible. I can take 3 to 3:30. That might be a good break. Breaks are the most important part of this job. It's the thing that I've been instructed about the most.
One of the most important things I was told like 6 different times is to make sure I put the time I'm going on my break in the break book. It's like, make sure you write down your breaks. I was real serious.
So you're taking your first at 11, and I'm at 1:30. Carl's at probably
2:30.
I see.
They're all done.
Or at 3:30.
And here's the weird thing, okay? There was this huge competition for the best breaks. Of course, everyone wants to take their break later because there is that mental thing that, well, then I'll only have 2 hours left, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's still 8 hours. Any way you slice it up, it's still gonna be 8 hours. But it's a mental thing and it kind of works.
This is the most important thing about the job. Everyone's always shifting their shifts.
So some people come in like 30 and 40 minutes early to sign in for the best break. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a little ironic that people will come into work 40 minutes early just to have the best time to not work. I can't work out the logic behind that.
Hey, I'll give you one 9 to 5 if you give me a 12 to 8 on a Friday.
Now, I don't know if you guys ever been to Lidl, but if it wasn't for Lidl, I don't think I would have got through it in Tralee, okay? Not only does it help you to save, but it's like walking into a new world. It's like you walk into the shop and wow, there's not one recognizable brand in the whole place. You feel like you're on holiday. It's like, wow, look at the cheese. This is so cool. I'm in France. Wow, I'm in Germany. Ah, look. It all looks so new. You don't know what you're gonna get when you walk into Lidl. It's like, oh, who knows? Spin the wheel. Wow, what's Schnitzenhosen? I haven't got a notion. Doesn't matter, it costs 30 cents. I'm eating that shit, that's a fact. I'm broke.
Man, you don't have to be a bargain hunter in there. The bargains hunt you.
There was a sign on the window of this house near Lidl that said room for rent.
What do you think? Will I ask them? Hey, how's it going? I'm just asking about the sign in the window.
It's €40 a week.
Are you joking me, bro?
€40 a week.
Yeah.
Like in Dublin, that wouldn't get you a place to beg.
And is it available like right away?
Right away, yeah. If you want to come in and have a look.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
I mean, the room is fine, like, you know? Yeah? Yeah, it's on a bit of a slant, but €40 a week. With the money that I have left, to know that I've only got to pay another €40 for accommodation for the rest of the week suits me big time. I found a room today.
Oh,
But I'm not too sure if I want to take it or not.
how much?
Only €40 a week.
Wait, where is that?
The end of the Dan Spring Road. On the other side of the, whatever the road is that leads up to Lidl.
Oh, yeah, that's Carol. Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know them?
Ah, sure, it's a friend of mine. He was out at the concert last night, huh?
Oh, Jesus. You can't poo in this town, boy. That is a fact. What's he like?
Oh, sound up, you know.
Oh, they're sound up, so you think I should take it?
Oh, chicks, yeah.
The house is on a bit of a slant.
It's alright, though.
Right, that's interesting. You helped me make my decision now. Hey, how's it going, Carl?
Give you the key and then you can do whatever you want to do then.
I'll make sure to pay it.
Yeah, 40 euros, please.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Thanks very much.
Fair trade. I mean, hey, it's cool. I mean, all right, it's bunk beds, but there's sheets, there's pillows. There's actually a blanket. I've landed on my feet. It's almost like they all kind of knew I was coming before I got here. Do you know what I mean? The whole town was kind of like, the Yank is coming. The Yank is coming to town. We'll make him feel welcome. Apparently, he's a bit broke. Can I squeeze you underneath your feet there?
Do you know what squeegeeing is? Squeegeeing is basically sweeping water.
Sorry, guys.
Now, the thing about squeegeeing in a leisure center that's based around water is you're pushing water in a place where water never stops being everywhere. So it's like this useless job of pushing water this way, pushing water that way, and just like, and what's even worse is that, you know, like around the lockers, the water gets dirty. So you're pushing people's dirty shit everywhere around them, and they're just going, ooh, that's disgusting, like making me feel shit about doing it when it's your, I'm like, what do you mean it's disgusting? It's your shit. I just did this 5 seconds ago, and you're here now, and now it's dirty. It's your fucking shit. They give it to you all the time. It's too crowded. It's too crowded. Oh, do I look like the guy who's profiting from it? I got the fucking Skivvies t-shirt on. That's one thing that bugs me about working the crap jobs of this country, man. People just, they won't go to the right guy. They won't go to the manager. They won't go to the owner. They won't go to the back page of the Irish Times with their issues. They just go to fucking ordinary Joe like me. This is shit. This is shit. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Only lose my job for telling you to fuck yourself. Don't be so quick to squeegee, squeegee me. Gonna squeegee the floor, squeegee, squeegee me.
Amazingly enough, this is day one in the gaff. There's leftover stew, which I'm now going to eat myself, so I'm saving money there. Also, in the very neat fridge, there's a gigantic pizza that was taken out by the girl who lives here, but she didn't eat it. So it needs to be eaten by tomorrow, so I'm going to have that for my lunch. And the two lads don't want it because they're vegetarians. So I've really landed on my feet with this gaff.
You're working on $6.35, which, by the way, is the statutory minimum wage of this country. You're working for the lowest possible wage you can legally get in this country as an over 18-year-old person. You know, you're not feeling that great about yourself as a person, okay? It's not like you feel really empowered, you know, by what the economy has to offer you. You know, you're the lowest of the low on the kind of economic ladder, if you want to put it that way. Unless you're minding the queue of the falling rapids. Because you have a key to a ride that opens only once an hour. And you all of a sudden become the most important person. Kids who are just waiting for you, dying for you to open that gate, the gate to the falling rapids. Even the fact that it's a gate means there's something secret on the other side. So I enter with the keys in my hands, and all the way up the queue, the kids are like, that's the guy, that's the guy, that's the guy, that's the guy. And I couldn't resist. Every single time I would walk up, and when I got to the top of the queue, I'd just keep on walking. And all the kids would be like, oh, it's not the guy, it's not the guy. And then I'd turn around and I'd be like, just kidding. And they'd be like, yay! And I'd be like, look at me! I'm so important. All these children watching my every move. Coming down, slow down, wait there. And all of a sudden, the most important thing in the world becomes my hand. And all the children stare at it, waiting for me to make that magic move that says, go. And I'll be honest, I was feeling so bad some days, I used to hold it there for ages, just enjoying the obedience. Because it was the first time in my life that I got to exercise my adultness. Up until I went to the Aquadome, I was still thinking I was a kid. Now all of a sudden there was all these 10-year-olds waiting for me to discipline them, and I was there going, wow, look at the power. And then they'd go.
I found out the catch about moving in here, which is, I guess if the price of a tent was €80, I now owe that on Friday in a deposit. And to be very fair to Carl, he didn't want to ask me for it. Just means that €80 comes out of my first paycheck plus 40, so next week I actually owe €120.
Ever since I got to this country, all Americans are fat. They're all fat. Carbohydrate eating motherfuckers. All Americans are fat. Got news for you. Turns out you guys are just as fucking fat. Fat fuckers. You just hide it better. Because you're smarter. That's true. All Americans are tick.
I saved a kid today. I was on the Falling Rapids and this little kid went in. I could see he was having a bit of trouble. I put the pole in, he went to grab the pole, and all of a sudden he just like gone under the water like. It was like there's a second or two of kind of like, you know, like I was waiting for him to bob up and just no bobbing up, and I was like, oh. And I just, you know, without thought, jumped in, sandals on, and I couldn't see him like it's so rapidy, you know. I was fishing around my hands, and I grabbed him like I pulled him up. I was crying like and everything, and I was delighted. I felt great, but I was so, you know, my shirt was soaked and total bonus.
One of the things about, you know, being broke all the time is you kind of go into this denial.
Today is payday.
But it wasn't really payday at all. It was actually sub day.
How much are we expecting to get?
About 220.
All right, so 254.
That's okay.
Don't spend it all in the one shop.
Believe you me, I won't. But I don't know if you know this, but when you split your paycheck, whether it's for 2 weeks, 1 week, or whatever, when you split it and put €125 over there to spend the next week, that €125 doesn't shut up, trying to get you to spend it. Come on, spend me. Come on, let's go out. You deserve it. You deserve it.
€120 to pay Carl 2 weeks rent, like a week's rent and 2 weeks rent deposit, right?
I went to the shop one day and I like had to get a milk, and €125 was like, come on, just let me get the milk. You know, just at least the milk, no big deal. And I was really lonely, and I was like, yeah, you sure you want to get the milk? And he's like, yeah, let me get the milk. He got the milk. Next thing, he was like, come on, you want to go to the cinema? And I was like, yeah, you want to go to the cinema? We got on like a house on fire.
So I thought, yeah, €20.
Spending, spending, spending.
It should be no problem to live on that for the weekend and have a very enjoyable weekend.
€20, it's Friday. I'm going to go into town and I'm going to have a nice little budget day off for myself.
So I went to town, walk around the park for a little bit, go and check my email. $2.50.
Me and my €125 having a laugh.
I want to have some lunch. €2 for the roll. I treat myself to a drink.
And the €125 going, no, don't worry, honestly. It's fine.
Oh, and I buy the Independent.
I talked to next week, and he says he'll totally look after it.
Go to the cinema, $4.35. I'm down to €6.
So it's like me and next week going out this week, blowing the whole fucking thing.
The money is definitely more difficult on this one. And I don't have any respite till Monday. I'm gonna have to watch what I spend, because when I get the paycheck the next week, I've got to live off that for 2 weeks. So stupid. No freedom. €17 just to have some sort of cheap day off. Cheap day off my own.
The pressure of the Aquadome is really starting to come down on me. It's a dome, it's full of heated water, it gets really hot, and the noise of children and whistles just goes on. When's the slide gonna open? And the air is just so heavy, and I'm like, you know, I have like chest problems, and the air gets heavy with noise, and then the germs of all these little kids set free by their parents, they're not breathing into the chlorine, they're breathing into the air, and it's just everywhere coming down on me, and I was like, ah! And I got sick.
those moments like when I sit, when I stand still and I'm kind of waiting for something to do. That's when I notice. That's when I notice that I'm, like I'm just chat, I got that feeling in my chest. Whatever it is, just kind of like.
You want to be somewhere else?
Just, there's no energy. It takes away your energy. I become aware that I'm not 100%. Hi, is that Mags? How are you? Mags, I'm not feeling very well today. Is that all right? I don't know, I must have picked up whatever's going around in the job. Okay, thanks. See you, bye. Very understanding. I was hoping for a bit of a lecture, but she was totally fine with it. I mean, you're sick, you're sick. You don't get paid when you phone in sick. And I don't know if you know this, but you can't afford to be sick when you're on the minimum wage. It's just not doable. You're like, no, I just can't afford this right now. Please, come back later. I could actually cry. For some reason, this one has taken a lot more out of me emotionally. I feel totally disconnected to my own life. I feel like I don't exist in it anymore. Hello, doctor. I called in sick to work last Thursday, and I've just been kind of stuck with a real chesty, kind of very coughy at night in particular.
And Steen, this is my first time to see you now. There's just a few things I need to ask you. Have you any past history I should know about?
Yeah, I have one major one.
Yeah?
I had testicular cancer before.
When was that?
The operation was early October 2000. It was a hassle.
Well, hassle, but also, yeah. So what I want to give you today is I'm definitely going to give you an antibiotic. Right. And I'm going to put you back on an inhaler. Okay. Is that okay?
Pesto's expensive enough business.
It is, yeah, yes. Basil doesn't really grow very well here.
Everyone I tell about this little documentary about working on low-wage jobs always comes up to me, they're like, big deal. I worked at McDonald's when I was in college.
You worked as a cook?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a cook by trade? I can't believe I've never cooked for a cook in my life.
Like, there's two things that are really important here. People who are really struggling never go to college. And two, people who go work at McDonald's when they're in college usually live at home with their parents. So I always throw that back at them. Yeah, but you lived at home with your parents. Yeah, so what? So they fed you. Yeah, well, how the hell was I supposed to eat?
The onion was,
Yeah,
John's.
Nothing. Stolen.
The onion is stolen.
So salt, onion, and pepper were all stolen.
Accusations. This from the man with the Heineken fridge. What reputable establishment did you purchase that fridge on?
And about 2 days before real payday, I had €2 left to my name. And I just wanted that €2 to get myself a Diet Coke. That's all I wanted, was a Diet Coke, You don't know the pressure of putting your last €2 into a Coke machine. It's like, oh, please don't fucking do this to me now. I'm so worried about my €2, because in case I have to jump in and save a kid, I don't want to lose it. So I take my €2 out, my last €2, and I put it on the ledge. It was like, stay. Busy. Queue out the door into the parking lot, right? All of a sudden, the boys fucking come up, shoo, no queuing, right around the corner, and I'm like, yo, where the fuck do you guys think you're going? And they're like, don't worry about it, it's grand. I'm thinking, best thing to do, no confrontation, just let them go. 10 seconds later, the whole six of them up again, no queuing. Stop! And one of them gets up, hops over the railing, down 4 feet into 2.5 feet of water, and I just jump in and I'm like, whoa, relax, man, this is crazy. I'm not a babysitter. No one else is going down this slide until you guys leave. You're ruining it for everybody else. So they left. Thought I'd sorted out the situation. Get back up on the ledge. €2 gone. They took my €2 as well. And I'm like, more depressed than I've ever been in my whole life. €2. I've had €500 stolen from my wallet. It didn't hurt me like that €2. So I find one of them and I say, come here. One of you guys stole my €2. And he turns to me and he goes, what do you mean you guys? We're all human beings at the end of the day. I was like, I don't mean you guys. I mean, one of you little fuckers stole my last €2. And he turns to me and he goes, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. I get it back for you. I get it back for you, all right? The whole project is Job, is Book of Job enough. I don't need my money robbed as well. Thank you very, what's coming next, the locusts? 2 minutes later. Oh, hey, man, you fucking rock, all right? And as he put that €2 into my palm, I tell you, every last bit of prejudice I ever had in my body just melted through my pores into the chlorine and was completely canceled out by the chemical reaction. It was absolutely beautiful. And then he goes to me, I'm gonna get him to fucking apologize. And I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. He's like, no, I'm gonna get him to fucking apologize. He comes back, little 4-year-old, redheaded, freckly fuck in his hand, by the scruff of the neck like a dog with his pup. And he says, no, apologize. Did you take my €2? And little redhead's like, no, I won't fucking apologize. And he goes, apologize. And little redhead's like, sorry. And then my friend turns to me and he goes, can I get a free pass? Which of course I got him, because he deserved it. Call me Ebenezer if you like. That was good business. €2, yeah? You know how much a free pass get? €8. Oh, I thought I had one.
They pay for the American to sit there farting all day. Oh, you fuck bastard. That's it, you're a fucking thing.
There's supposed to be some sort of relief when payday comes. But for me, that never came. Because payday just meant, hey, here's how much you're not fucking getting. I made a major miscalculation on the back week. All I was owed was 1 day. €50.65 has been put into my own Bank of Ireland account, which I don't have any ID for, nor do I have my bank cards, nor do I want to go near it, because it's a massive temptation. Of course, I forgot that when the paycheck came, the paycheck that loves talking to me, it was going to be a little bit slimmer. And boy, he couldn't stop telling me about it. He was like, what do you think? I've lost a bit of weight, haven't I? Don't I look really good? And I was like, to be honest, you look like shit. I prefer my women slim and my paychecks fat. So, needless to say, I'm not getting paid again till the day I finish this documentary, which means I'm supposed to live off this €50 for 2 weeks, 39 hours a week on minimum wage. All it does is settle. You will never have access cash. So I have to go back for another sub. Max, can I get the check that you so graciously offered when you discovered my dilemma of miscalculating my financial situation for the following 2 weeks?
And who miscalculated your finances?
Me.
Exactly.
Me.
I wouldn't see you stuck, only for the fact that you were sick, you need to buy antibiotics, pay the doctor's bill. So,
thank you.
There you go, you're welcome. There you are.
That's the one.
There it is. €254. And it's all spent already.
€66 for pharmaceuticals.